Hello everybody, how are you today? I hope you are all good. Today, inshallah, we're going to start with our reading text in Unit 9, Part 1, in your pupil's book, page 90. So please open your pupil's book, page 90, listen and point. First of all, you're going to listen to the CD.
Pupils Book, Unit 9, page 90. Reading.
We use these every day. The Chinese invented paper about 2,000 years ago. They made it from different plants. At first, they used it for wrapping things. Then they used it for writing and drawing on. This picture shows leaves and flowers. Paper was most useful for books. For hundreds of years, people wrote books. They used pens and ink, and it took a long time. Then, one of the most important inventions appeared.
Printing. Chinese people first printed on cloth more than 2,000 years ago. They cut a pattern on a block of wood. They put dye on the wood block, then they pressed the block onto the cloth. The block printed the pattern. They could use the block again and again. Sometimes the cloth was silk. The Chinese invented silk too. This piece of silk is a beautiful curtain. Later, the Chinese printed words on paper. They cut words on the wood block. This was difficult work. They put ink on the block, then they pressed the paper onto it. The woodblock printed the words onto the paper.
After we listen to the text from the CD, we're going to read it all together and analyze it. Now look at our unit title, which is in orange and bold at the top of the page. Chinese inventions. Chinese inventions. يعني اختراعات الصينيين. Chinese, it's a noun. Inventions, it's a noun. Now look at our lesson title, which is in black and bold. We use these every day. We use these every day. يعني إحنا بنستعمل هاي الأشياء كل يوم. We, it's a pronoun. Use, it's a verb. Every day, it's an adverb. Paper. We're going to start with paper. رح نبدأ بالورق. Paper, it's a noun. The Chinese invented paper about 2,000 years ago. They made it from different plants. At first, they used it for wrapping things. Then, they used it for writing and drawing on. This picture shows leaves and flowers. هلا بحكي لنا the Chinese invented paper about 2,000 years ago. يعني الصينيين اخترعوا الورق قبل حوالي 2000 سنة. Invented, it's a verb. They made it from different plants. من إيش كانوا يصنعوا الأوراق هاي أو الورق؟ They made it from different plants يعني صنعوها من نباتات مختلفة. Different, it's an adjective. Plants, it's a noun. At first, they used it for wrapping things. بحكينا في البداية استعملوا الورق عشان يلفوا فيها الأشياء. Then they used it for writing and drawing on. بعدين بحكينا استعملوها للكتابة والرسم عليها. This picture shows leaves and flowers. بحكينا هاي الصورة بتفرجينا leaves and flowers الأوراق and flowers اللي هي الزهور. Leaves و flowers, they are nouns. Now let's move to paragraph number 2. بحكينا paper was most useful for books. For hundreds of years, people wrote books. They used pens and ink, and it took a long time. Then, one of the most important inventions appeared. هلا بحكينا هون paper was most useful for books. بحكينا يعني الأوراق كانت مفيدة أكثر للكتب. Useful, it's an adjective. Books, it's a noun. For hundreds of years بحكي لنا لمئات من السنين people wrote books الناس كانوا يكتبوا الكتب wrote it's a verb. They used pens and ink بحكي لنا كانوا يستعملوا أقلام الحبر والحبر ink اللي هي الحبر. And it took a long time بحكي لنا كان ياخذ منهم وقت طويل لكتابة الكتاب. Then one of the most important inventions appeared. بعدين بحكي لنا بعد هيك أهم اختراع واحد من أهم الاختراعات ظهر. Appeared it's a verb و important it's an adjective و inventions it's a noun. Now let's see the third paragraph. بحكي لنا هون we're going to read about printing. Printing اللي هي الطباعة. Chinese people first printed on cloth more than 2000 years ago. بحكي لنا الناس الصينيين بالبداية بدأوا بالطباعة على الملابس قبل أكثر من 2000 سنة. They cut a pattern on a block of wood. بحكي لنا كانوا يقصوا النمط أو الشكل اللي بدهم إياه على لوح من الخشب. They put dye on the wood block. Then they pressed the block onto the cloth. بحكي لنا كانوا يضعوا الصبغة أو اللون على اللوح الخشبي، بعدين كانوا يطبعوا أو يضغطوا البلوك هاي على قطعة الثياب. Onto it's a preposition. The block printed the pattern. بحكي لنا بعدين بهذه الطريقة البلوك هاي أو اللوح الخشبي بيطبع النمط اللي مرسوم عليها. They could use the block again and again. بحكي لنا كانوا بيقدروا انهم يستعملوا هاي البلوك مرات عديدة. Sometimes the cloth was silk. بحكي لنا في بعض الأحيان كانت قطعة الثياب أو الملابس تكون عبارة عن حرير. silk اللي هي الحرير. The Chinese invented silk too. مين كمان اللي اخترع قماش الحرير؟ اللي هم الصينيين. This piece of silk is a beautiful curtain. بحكي لنا هاي القطعة من الحرير الجميلة جدا هي عبارة عن ستارة. Curtain it's a noun و beautiful it's an adjective. Now let's see the last paragraph. بحكي لنا later the Chinese printed words on paper. بحكي لنا لاحقا أو بعد ذلك الصينيين طبعوا الكلمات على الورق. يعني بداية بدأوا بالطباعة على الملابس بعدين بلشوا بالطباعة على الورق. They cut words on the wood block. كانوا يقصوا الكلمة على لوح الخشب. This was difficult work. هذا كان العمل صعب بالنسبة لهم. Difficult it's an adjective. They cut ink on the block. They put ink on the block يعني وضعوا الحبر على اللوح الخشبي. Then they pressed the paper onto it. بعدين كانوا يطبعوا أو يضغطوا على الورقة فبيطلع الكلمة المكتوبة عندك على أو المحفورة على اللوح الخشبي. The wood block printed the words onto the paper. بهاي الطريقة كانوا يطبعوا الكلمات على الأوراق. هلا what is our lesson? What is the kind of our lesson? إيش هو نوع الدرس تبعنا؟ بحكي لنا factual information with description اللي هي معلومات حقيقية مع وصف عن هاي المعلومات. This is our lesson type. يعني هذا نوع النص تبعنا.